Yes, you've been with me right through the rough, and you never said I am love. So I can, no, I can. Yeah. If you should say goodbye, just like the road.
Wasifa Sound System, Black Story Partnership, and the back-to-back houses in Birmingham National Trust presents to you Knights of the Turntable. Now, a knight is traditionally known as a man awarded a title by the sovereign in recognition of merit or service, and is entitled to use the honorific Sir in front of his name. But we're going to remix that a little bit tonight to include Jamaican sound system culture and also women in that. So my name is Rebecca Hemmings and I am the host of this event tonight. And I'm really, really pleased and honored to be here to be speaking to some of the greats of the British Jamaican sound system culture. So I'm not even going to introduce them because I feel like they know how to do that best. So we're going to jump straight into it. And I'm gonna pass the mic straight over to Simeon to do his thing.
Well, I'm Simeon Dunn of Gemini Dunn, and next to me is
Belly for all the people them.
No. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right. No. You're not gonna spoil my vibe. So what I'm saying is, right?
Want to drop it hard.
Yeah, that's right. Because we prepped this.
Yo, everybody. Enough love and enough respect. A Belly from the Gemini Dunn family. And so we are going tonight. We are going to party on to Father Quaker right now. Seeing. Oh, yes, Father.
Everything blessed. Quaker City. Mighty Quaker City. From them time, you know, still kicking.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, for real. Big up yourself, Quaker City. Good to see you there. This is Love Express Sound, Commissioner Benji, with Daya saying respect.
Good night, Wasifa Sound System versus Who God Bless No Man Curse.
Good evening, this is Taliba Wax and I am the CEO of the British Sound System Collective.
Thank you so much for bringing the energy. We have to bring the sound system energy into the room, right? Because we're speaking to a lot of people. Some will be veterans and know lots about sound system culture. Some will be totally brand new to this. So we're speaking to all those people, right? So tonight we're going to take everybody on a journey through what the culture is, what the future for the culture is, but also where you have all come from, because you're all champions in your own right, and we want to make sure that we tell your story and tell it right. Okay, but let's go back to the beginning, because not everybody will be familiar with what a sound system is, right? So you know, me and my definition. So it has been described as a set of equipment for the reproduction and amplification of sound. But we know it's so much more than that, right? So, Yassi Belly, you're shaking your head. I'm going to bring it to you now. So, how would you define a Jamaican sound system?
How would I define it?
Yes.
All right, then. When I was growing up, I look on the big man, them like Quaker. I was growing up, I was watching their big sound. That's some big boxes with 4 or 5 speakers inside there, that big trucks, and that big valve amplifiers. And I was so excited, saying, what? Till when I grow up and I start lift the big valve amplifier, I say, no, sir. Them things, they're serious.
Yeah.
You get me?
Heavy.
But let me tell you something. Listening to these guys here, they bring us through. I'm not lying to you.
And we're coming to that. We're coming
All
to
right.
that. Yeah, we're coming to that. So, does anybody want to add to what sound? So, thank you for that
Yeah, man.
introduction.
Respect.
So, I want to add to what a sound system is
Well,
for those who don't know.
yes, for those who don't know, sound system is a entertainment thing. It brings love to your heart. It brings beauty to the life you're living. And it's a great thing to be involved in. Now, like Belly was saying, Quaker, Studio City, Iron Sound, Adam Great Sound System, King Ally. Listening to them, they make you feel like you want to be like them. There was like our godfathers, our legends. That's why we are where we are now.
Okay, I hear you. All right, so we got this idea of having this almost like an institution that, as a younger person, you looked up to the people that were bringing up the valve amps, that were bringing up the speakers and whatever, attracting a number. I imagine the women as well. I guess that was a part of it, right? And don't worry, we'll be talking about the women later, Taliba. All right. So okay, so we've established that, and this is something that has come from Jamaican culture into Britain. So who makes up, Michael? Who makes up the sound system? So what are the roles within a sound system? So let me start you off. So I know, this is my very limited knowledge because I was very little growing up in all of this. So there's your DJ, there's your selector. Who else do you have within a sound system?
We have mic MCs, what we call DJs, which rap or spit in the new modern time, young people. We also had carpenters. We had amplifier builders. In some sounds, the technician, the person, the selector. I said, well, selector, operator, MCs. And you had the carpenters that made the boxes for you to go and deliver what you need to deliver. There's a group of young people that came together to portray our culture identity and make entertainment for our community within the time of the Windrush, plus the 60s, 70s, where we couldn't go into normal dances. Right. So we had to build and create our own environment.
Okay. So for all of you, what I'm hearing already is that there was something about grabbing onto your identity. Yes, because we're new as Jamaicans in your roots. And so this is a way of kind of anchoring you all to your roots.
Yeah, definitely. First, I must say, a sound system is not a discotheque. Yeah.
Okay.
With flashing lights.
Thank you for clarifying.
Lights.
Yes. Okay.
A sound system is a thing that's amplified. Right. You understand?
Okay, hold on. I know why you say that, coming from Quaker, but we're gonna come back to that. Come.
Yeah. So it's Quakers. Quakers are our father in the sound world. Yeah. First sounds coming up after Quaker. So Quaker is our father in the sound world. Yes. So when we used to come out and listen to Quaker first, we look at Quaker, how he dressed. Yeah. Wow, him sharp. Yes. Then we look upon him sound system.
Yes.
We look upon him amplifier them and say, I wonder if our legs build that Johnny. You understand?
Yes.
We look upon the preamp and we say, we ain't get the preamp from London. I wonder if we get the preamp from London or Nottingham or Birmingham. Yes. You understand?
Yeah.
And then you start looking at the box them. Who build them box them? Well, a Quaker build them,
Yes.
Well, so Quaker skill. You go around there, you start look by the box them.
Yes.
You understand? You're checking wire, plug, everything you check. Yeah? Then when Quaker start put the music on the nigga on the deck, you realize this is a newspaper. It's telling me what's going on in Jamaica. It's telling me about my roots, my culture, everything. And on top of that, we can get away from our troubles and worries at home.
Yes.
And come and free ourselves in them dances.
Yes.
Same time we're getting education at the same time.
That's right.
We're meeting the beautiful ladies at the same time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we're meeting brethren who we can sit down and talk to and
so
reason
it's a whole
with.
community. It's so much more than the music.
Yeah, sound system is more than you can imagine.
Yeah, and apologies, Benji. Quaker's right next to you. My mistake. Apologies. So, in fact, I want to come straight to you, Quaker, because as Benji was saying, a lot of people looked up to your sound system. You're one of the, we were talking, you got a whole history. So I'm interested in knowing, how did you start out in the area, in the sound system?
Well, from Jamaica, I'm part of the music industry. When I came to England, I didn't have it in mind to have a sound. I was mingling it from Jamaica. I come here and then I start here some little sound playing. But those days, those sound, they couldn't play into a big hall, only maybe one or two. So I'd say then, gonna make a sound to put in a algorithm in. Like we went to Legs in West Brom.
And what does that mean for people who are not into sounds and understanding what 100 watt means? What does that
100
mean?
watt in power.
Yeah. So what does that feel like? Explain that experience.
Well, 100 watt at them time is a heavy sound. Carry a lot of bump in it. Yeah.
Kind of vibration.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of goes through your whole body when you hear it.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
So I intend to do that because I'm coming off of the legends from Jamaica. Type of sound what I used to listen, big set. So I decided to step it at a different level. But it's one thing I did come to me, I says, I'm from Birmingham. No sound mustn't come from no part of England, from a Birmingham. You wanted nothing.
Yeah.
So I start out with that intention, dominate the city. I don't care about the Birmingham, the man who coming in. Because it's a long story going back from Jamaica. If you from Jamaica and you have anything you have in, once you come from the capital, it's good. But you have come from the no good. Okay. So it's like you go to London, you talk about sound in the 60s. Birmingham sound no good. So I have to dominate the show. When you come to Birmingham, you have to behave yourself.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So that's the feel of it. So at the same time, I make sure I have the best of the best at all times.
So was that an ego thing? Was it like I got to be the best, or was this a cultural something about representing Birmingham, the culture of Birmingham?
I represent the culture of Birmingham, yeah, because to the scenery what was going on at the time when I come here, we didn't have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Nothing much to listen to.
That pride in play.
Yes. Right. So the little house blues, and you could even get a club. No club, nothing at all.
Yes.
When you do want to have a holiday like Easter Bank Holiday, Christmas, Andy Hamilton used to play the Blue Note band.
Yes,
He
the saxophonist?
Yes.
Yeah.
He used to hire the Edgbaston, Tower Ballroom, and have that's where all the big dance used to take place. And Larry Aiken, that keeps some dance there as well. There was nothing else about until Beverly Night Spot. That was the only little club was on Soul Road in the west of Beverly Night. Here.
Right. All right, thank you. Now, what I'm going to do is kind of build on that now. So I'm coming over to Gemini Don. I'm making sure I get everybody's names right now. So Belly and Simeon. Yes, right. So where were your beginnings in creating the sound system?
Well, our beginnings was 75. Well, basically, what we used to do was listen to other people and see how their sound was. And we used to follow other sounds and be box boys. You got to start somewhere.
And what's a box boy for those who don't know?
Lifting boxes.
Lifting boxes. So the speaker boxes you're bringing.
Speaker boxes. Okay. And it also helps to get into the dance for nothing as well.
Yes.
Some of these dances are expensive, though, even though, you know.
Yeah.
But being a box boy and you're part of that sound, part of a crew, getting the dance for free. And we learned, and we started from there. And then after that, we just decided that, okay, we want to become something ourselves, build a sound ourselves. So we started off being a lovers rock sound called Soprano. Okay. Right, that's because of Soprano being in London. But we used to play lovers rock, and we were nice boys.
So the lovers rock attracted the women, and so that was
that's what it was.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you know, it became a family thing. It was like my twin brother Joseph. Then was YOE, Redman, rest in peace. He's passed away, and Mikey Dread, and a little guy called Tyrone, and Belly. We was all together, and then we just started from there. And times change.
Yeah.
So in the 80s now, or middle 80s, it became a bit more hardcore, and that's where Belly came in and took over from.
All right, come in.
Bad boy, not I tell you.
Like it is?
I tell you. All right then. All right, then, where we used to live in a niche house. So, Answorth. Answorth, if you wasn't from Answorth, you know, believe me, you couldn't go in a Answorth like that.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
Me, I tell you that. And Gemini Dan. First it was Gemini. We
and
went
why
in
Gemini? Why the name Gemini?
because they're my twins. They're Gemini.
Oh, okay.
They're Gemini.
Yes.
And what happened is, we used to go in and playing at the roughest place, the roughest blues, where all the road boy them go. And them just accept Gemini Dan from there. So. But before that, we had to play for our name. There was a song called Gemini. We said, no, sir.
Oh,
May
okay.
I tell you?
So it was almost like a clash.
Yes, it was a clash.
Right, okay.
And was at the
and again,
Porsche
for
Club.
those who don't know, a clash is like a battle between
Yeah,
sounds,
man.
right?
Yeah, man. Two songs like a football team, Aston Villa and Birmingham City. You get me? Man City. And we went in a Porsche Club and the other sound string up, the other Gemini string up, and we string up now, and you know, they say, oh, only one Gemini inside you, so you know, only one. Anyway, cut a long story short, we win.
Yes.
And then we put the Dan on the end.
Wow.
And you see, from we put the Dan on the end, that Gemini never play out again.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Never play out again.
And were they from Birmingham?
Yes, they was from Birmingham.
Oh, my goodness. Look at history.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And then we move on. And we start say, all right, then we have to build this sound even bigger and bigger and get the youth them involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We have to get the youth them involved.
Yeah.
And we get one of the mics, man, them is over there, so named Brady Ranks. When him going at cards, him go and answer. All of them love him and answer it.
Mm-hmm.
So when him come in now, what a vibe. When we used to play at Tasha's.
Yes.
We had fun.
These are all big clubs that were in the community. Handsworth.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, at the time we had Porsche Club in Smartleat and Rialto, Tasha's, and then we had Plaza and we had, you understand? You get me? So you know we're coming through the ranks. And Akitree and the Blues, them Chapel Street, and
I remember the name.
we used to go through all that. I'm
not saying I was there, but I've heard the name.
Yeah. We was playing there. That's how we go. And my brother, rest in peace, Glamourford, he was always there, 100% Glamourford, and he passed away. He's the manager of the sound, but he's still by us and right now. We know him there tonight.
Yes.
And you know, him and Commissioner go to school together, so you know where we're coming from. It's like a close thing, you get me? All of us is close in here, you understand?
Nice time to bring, thank you to Benji.
Yeah, give thanks. Yeah, well, the start of my journey. Okay, I did join a sound named Sata Eye when I was about 10. It was my cousin's sound.
Was that in Birmingham?
Yeah, it was my cousin's sound. Up till I was about 15. But Sata Eye was more of a blues sound. No blues parties and thing, yeah?
I do, but for those who don't.
Yeah, blues parties is in the, that's what we are now, in the house. In the front room, yeah? And the back room. So we bring boxes in the house and we keep a party within the house and have a little bar in the kitchen. Yeah? And that's where we started from. But then it was like, them man are like 3, 4, 5 years older than me. And me do want more excitement more than just blues every night. You know what I mean? We don't want to play two dance, but then they want to play a dance. They just love play a blues. So we have a next cousin now who I built a song named Blackheart. So I say, you know what? Let me ride with them and see how this thing I go. So when I joined them now, that was about 77 probably. Yeah. It first started, we used to do art and craft. And we used to paint cultural works. And we used to make clocks. And we used to make clothes. And we used to bring in the dart to them. And they used to make the clothes and the hat them. And, you know, we used to sell food, dumpling, fish, all kind of thing from the house. So it started as art and craft. And we called it Black Art. But then, because we didn't...
Sorry, Black Art. Was that simply because cousin's name or was it another meaning?
Well, after a while, it come to a different meaning, but it started as Black Arts.
Oh, art.
Art.
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, because we used to do art and craft.
Yeah, that makes
you understand?
sense.
We never was doing sound them time. So when I started to roll with them, we were doing art and craft, but they always were saying, we're going to build a sound, we're going to build a sound, you know? So when we start building sound now, Black Art now, we was kind of following Jungle Man, because Jungle Man has some big box from Answorth with some rubber tire around it. So we say, I'll build some box and put some rubber tire around the box. You know what I mean? So we built some big, but they did heavy, you know?
Yeah.
And then mash up with clothes.
Forgive my ignorance, what does a rubber tire do? What's the
It protects the corners of the box.
Oh, okay.
Because when you go to people's house and club, I will scrape off the box corner or something like
Yes,
that, and
yeah.
you have to protect the box.
Okay.
So Quaker would have put some metal steel around in box corner sometime to protect his boxes, and we see that, and we say, can't afford to buy a metal steel, but so all rubber tire on the road, you know. But I just dash a rubber tire up on the road. So we just find the rubber tire, cut them up, put them on the box.
And I was just thinking, you've been so lovely thinking about the wallpaper in the house, but it's about the box.
Yeah, by the time we got these box,
Yeah.
we mash up enough house. We mash up enough house. Yeah, man, we mash up enough house. And then Black Hawk, you know, it came to a part where, you know, the music kind of revolutionized us, you know, and kind of liberated us to know our identity. You understand? Well, some of the man them now start on, you know, revolutionary, you know, and it passed on now, you know what I mean? So I said, you know what, we're going to put on Black Art. Enough people didn't like the name. My mother and my father said, oh, you can call yourself Black Art. Them had Black Art had bad name and this
So,
and
yeah, so
that.
that's what I'm trying to get. So it went from Black Art,
Art.
A-R-T, to Black
Art, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We did start an organization and everything. Even Jabba wants to come check with and thing, yeah? Wanted us to join Federation. We did like, oh, we did do our thing. So he had this as an next kind of base, you know? The Rasta organization, because all of us was Rastas at that point. Yeah, because of music. It educate us, make us start, go to library, look in ourselves, start look at, you know, our identity. They look for our leaders, our icons. And then we start learning about Shaka. You know, and then you start learning about His Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. Then we start learning about Marcus Garvey. You know, we learned about Leonard Hall, who was the first Rasta man. And, you know, it put us on a journey where we started to learn our own culture.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah. Imagine, obviously, that wasn't
No, we wasn't getting none of that in the
Society.
school, none of
Yeah,
that from
yeah,
society, you
You
know.
didn't have the internet then, so.
No,
yeah.
we couldn't look for nothing, so
Yeah.
we had to go to the library in town and
Yeah.
search for ourselves. And most of the things we used to look for that was hidden, you know, there was on little slides, you know, and when you go in there, you have the people next to you, you know, they're afraid they're going to run out with the slide or something. This time, if we took the slide, we'd need one big machine to go to put, you know what I mean? So that, you know, so, but then after that, some of the men went to jail and stuff like that. So we changed the sound name to Love Express. Yeah. And that started from
And when
about,
did that happen?
that started from about 85, 86. Then we started playing Wasifa, you know, Sifa, you know,
You guys
younger
are just
man.
doing my job for me because I'm going to ask you to pass on now to Michael.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring you Wasifa now.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Wasifa big and serious. Say that first, yeah. My parents come from Jamaica, so we come through that route. And yes, we born and grew at Answorth, where majority of sound system developed from to represent Birmingham. Quaker City had Naya, had Massigan. That's the schoolroom we kind of did follow when we coming up. We kicked off our sound, a group of us, 1972, when we was in, we did call it first year. Back then, I think they call it year 7 now,
Yes,
in
yeah.
this modern time. So between the age of, I was 11, so I was one of the younger ones. And my brother was 13. And then we was in between that Jamai, Big T, Big John, them and so was part of our team at the start when we started Wasifa Sound System. We looked at identity, culture, and yes, we come through the church system. So it's about a lot of Bible reading and all that kind of stuff. But our history was coming through the reggae music from Jamaica, because in every 1 mile in Jamaica, there's a church.
Yeah.
It's a very spiritual country in that way. So a lot of the singers start, sound system and singers start from the junior school age, like Dennis Brown and this, all the good, big pioneers. So it's a school thing back in the day, especially 60s, 70s. But I guess Quaker will tell you more about that, because he was a real Jamaican Kingstonian thing. So me is a descendant from Jamaica, you know. And 19 fast tracking 10 years after 72. Was we take it really serious when we left school 1977. It was 3 years to get enough equipment to go into a big clash, the biggest clash ever keep in Birmingham. 1982 put on by Jungleman, about 16, 17 sound representing Birmingham. That tournament went through for about 6 months. When it was Black Art was part of that, SIFA and everything. In Craig, you was all a judge at that, I think, Craig. More than 6 months. It's all like you see how it's different to nowadays. People get picked to put in it, but you have to battle through weekly. And just fast forward, we win it. All the categories. And, well, I'm not going to say unfortunately, because it was a happy time for us, 1982. We win the quality, the sound system, because we muggle with sound of Naya and Quaker. And we not take back no talk around that. We take the best parts, what we did decide was the best parts. Yeah. Pretty looks, as in the sound system. The quality car. We didn't even track down Quaker amplifier Billa. And Naya didn't get the same amplifier. So we go get that amplifier from London.
Was that conversation with Quaker?
No, we actually had it with Naya, because Ona is my cousin. My bigger cousin. So we go through that route. So Errol Pretty gun London, Surrey, just outside London. So we got, that's where we get the quality and the sound. So we take the best pieces. And we come with a brand new sound, 1982, enough to deliver in Allied School. And we had 6 quad, 6 double, 8 mid-range, plus bullets pieces, the top end and all that. And we have mixing board and a preamp playing together. Plus we had Wally for MC, and Maccabee, Flashy, who used to also DJ and Quaker sound. Or I used to call him Desta in them time. True. You know, so when I say we learn from that, and born and growing in Answorth, Stamford Road, with cutting room, most of the sound systems come from Bottom Answorth, between say Amstead Road to Lascelles Road to Birchfield Road, come back round to Wellington Road. So jungle round the corner, Eternal Youth, Lion, Rockers, everybody. So we can hear what everybody doing. So you have to just make sure the delivery is going to be good. Bismarck, Massacre. You know, even go Shirley. Everybody was
iron
round.
Sharpens iron.
Everybody was round there, so you have to cut good.
Yes.
And that was our Stomping Ground, 1982.
Wow.
That's the only clash with it playing, because we couldn't get no peace after that. When you want to play a nice dance with the ladies, people want to come clip you in. You know
clip
what I mean?
You in?
Clip you in. Basically, they want to challenge you. When there was no need to. So we decided to go on a 2-year tour, and we come back 1983. 84, I'm playing the biggest dance to Light Blake and Tony Owens, Hummingbird, Junior Reid, Sugar Minor, biggest dance upstairs, downstairs. But we was the sound that could pull up upstairs and downstairs with equipment. Is that we deliver. And the sound was big enough, so when John Holt did come, plug the PA, our sound was the PA system. That's how good it was.
I'm really picking up on the ingenuity, the intelligence, creativity, the energy that you all must have had to start this thing up, to be inspired by those that came before you, and then to start from nothing, really, to create all of this. And imagine, I'm trying to imagine, like, could this ever exist now? But we'll come to now. Thank you.
Can I just add?
Yes.
If back then, imagine if all of us wasn't in sound, we'd have caused some problem in the city, you know, because we put all the energy into that. So we was rebelling with a cause through music. Nowadays, the youth, them don't really focus on the sound system, because we was carpenters, marketers, we was branding stuff, we was musicians, everything. So we put with energy, so we rebel with a cause that way. You know, and that's where our energy went.
So I'm going to move on to she's patiently waiting. Now, you don't run a sound system, you don't play, you run an online platform for sound systems. Talk to us about how that came about.
I would like to say, I'm a product of all of this, okay? All the thoughts and everything that's going on in terms of the culture and everything that everyone said tonight. I've become a product in terms of other people finding out. And I love that position.
Yes.
You know, I realized that there wasn't a space, or should I say a safe space, for people to come together and have these discussions and keep the sound system culture alive. Because as much as people are going to the dances and they love the soundmen that are here, we have to admit we are getting old. And a lot of people are not able to come out and support the beauty in the culture. So because we've moved so far forward into social media now,
yes,
it is that space that people didn't know they needed, but need right now.
Because I'm hearing what you're saying, and I mean, I'm still learning about the platform. What's the name of the platform, sorry?
It's the British Sound System Collective.
Thank you, the British Sound System Collective. We need to make sure that everybody's following that.
Yes.
Okay, Facebook mainly, or is there, yeah? Okay, so how, because for me, like growing up, I know I would hear about dances and things by the radio. So how has that changed? How has the radio culture changed to it, so that actually social media is now bigger than what radio was?
There is a need for what I do now, simply because we've moved away from just the audio. People want to see.
Yes.
They want to feel and touch what's going on. You know, it's not just about the tapes anymore. And and I was saying to Michael earlier, the conversations in terms of who was there at the time is so important, because if we lose the voices of the people that were there, how do we continue on? So the reason why the collective exists is it's just a vessel for people to continue on through that, because as time goes on, we are going to have more updates in social media. This isn't probably the, you know, not even the middle part or the beginning. We've got more to come in how they develop social media and how we get the message across to other people. And I have met some amazing people since I designed the forum, because these guys are who I look up to.
Yes.
But their stories are what we get to share with everybody else.
I hear you. So it's a platform to share stories as well as to talk about what's going on. So So when did you start it, and why did you decide? What was that kind of thought in your head that made you think, right, I've got to do this?
This January coming is 8 years that I've been running this. I've been in sound system culture all my life. I grew up, my dad, Gladdy Wax, Gladdy. So I don't know anything else but sound system. You know, I didn't grow big and see it here. You know, I was grown up in it. But I think the space was needed when I realized that stories were being lost, if that makes sense. People were talking, but it was in a vacuum. It was just over there, and it was in the pub, and it was in the social club, but it wasn't international conversation, which I believe that sound system culture should be, because I love it that much. I think everybody should have a part of it. And so I designed the forum to be somewhere where people can come, feel safe and talk, because just like you mentioned, the clash situation, people are very heated, you know, about this beer arguments break out all the time, you know. I do.
She tells the truth. She's proper. She tells the truth.
Thank you.
That's what we want. Yeah.
But I do think it helps that I grew up in the culture. Let me just say that first. I don't know if anybody or anyone could do what I do if you don't have some schooling and some teaching from these elders. So I take my hat off, and I just love these people, I love these guys so much, because without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do.
Yes, yeah.
And it's the respect from the elders that keep me going, because you're not just going to get this position, you know, and people respect you.
Right.
Seriously.
It's because you've grown up in it. You know your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I want to move on slightly. And just coming back to Gemini Don, thank you so much, Taliba. So everywhere I go in Birmingham, I meet somebody who says, my family's Gemini Don. So I need to just know, how big is your family? And are they really family? Or is it just people who want to be associated?
Well, it could be both sides.
Yeah.
We have a big family anywhere.
Yes.
And we have good friends out there, what we call family too. All right. We've got some younger youth, YGD family, the youth them. And we're bringing them through them bad. And me is a man who like to bring the youth them through the ranks. You have to give everybody a chance in life and give them a chance in life. And every one of the youth them, even though they're not family, some of them is not family, them are family. We're a unit.
Yes.
We're one unit.
Yes.
And me personally and all the rest of the big man them, we like to just make sure the youth them is safe, bring them through, show them what's right from wrong. And my son coming to the hospital, my son said, Dad, how you do it? The people them 80, you know, and have to drop your tune.
Yeah.
What you would drop for them.
Yeah.
And the people them are ring me up at the hospital and say, hey, you see them two boy why you in them bad enough? Them bad enough.
Train them up well.
Yo, let me tell you something. That made my heart beat. That made me get back on the road again.
Yes, yes.
That made me get back on the road again. And then when I get back on the road and I start going good now and everything start going.
Yes.
My brother Ford, you are the manager in drop out.
Yes.
But you see, life is how you make it. And let me tell you something. I respect every sound man out there. Every single sound man. I'm telling you that now because what we go through, sound box are drop on we have to drive in the back of the van or the truck.
Yes.
Diesel, man have asthma and diesel. You get me?
Yeah.
And also relationships.
Yes.
Our partners, our wives. The stuff they've got to go through because we're not coming in till 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
And you're surrounded by women.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surrounded by women, so you know it is a difficult life.
Yes, yes. Quaker, what aspects of leading in the sound system culture have you found most difficult and why?
The most difficult part of finding it is tackling the people.
What does that mean?
You know, to get the people relaxed.
Because they come in thinking, what, impress me? Like, what do you mean?
They come in and them down, you know.
Oh.
The music is part of that, you know. Somebody don't feel too good at it, you know. Go and go dance, go get some music.
like therapy. Yeah.
So you have, you know, you look, you're playing, you must play and they look and go then walk, watch the. Some of them grab short, full of joy. They just started, they flick through. Know which tune to follow next. Watch the head. And you start see the head moving.
Yes.
Upper level.
So you're really in tune.
Yeah,
with the
you
people.
got to. You do that. And then now when you see everybody start get crazy now.
Yes.
You know, you start slutting more because you're not going back down in there, you're going up at all times.
Yeah.
Better have to come.
Yes.
Because as a tune finish, something is better.
Yes.
And it must be fresh.
Yes.
You know, because at those days in Stone, record what we get this, play this week. Next week we get, don't play last week. Very rare if it's a certain artist.
That must be a lot of hard work having to keep getting the latest and making sure that people are moving.
It is a hard work and it isn't hard work because from you have your things set up in a, you know, I used to get 2 parcels every week. I don't get one, I get 2 every week because every Monday I make sure I have 2 places. Federal, which was the first Jamaica, Tip Top record. So I have all them started this week from Tip Top, sometime Tip Top and next week Federal.
So you're always ahead of the game.
Always ahead.
Right.
Sometimes, to be honest, record we get for 2 months, 3 months. We don't play it. We have to say, can't play that, better come. We have to leave that out. That in it, you know? So you just go on. So the people them look forward to come out weekend, wherever you're going to play. They're coming to hear what? YouTube. Coming to when time going back.
Because that is the thing, isn't it? Because it's this in a vacuum. You were in quite a hostile country. Still are. So I wonder how that's like. What were the people like outside of Jamaican culture? I'm going to pass this on to Benji. Like, how were people responding to Jamaican sound system and Rastas? How were people receiving that?
Well, at the time, we were getting a big fight, big fight. You know, like Quaker said, we know we never have a place to go play. You know, if we go get a hall alone, you know, you know, you're not going to the same race as yourself. You're going to another race, and they don't really want to give it to us because you know they don't really have respect for us. Yeah, because we're at the bottom of the scale. We haven't built up ourselves yet, the black people. So when we're going somewhere, it's like they look down on us. It's a class thing going on, but we don't even look at that. You know what I mean? We just try to better ourselves the best we can.
Yeah.
Like Quaker said, when you bring out a sound and you start to have to deal with the people, it's an art, you know. And you have to have talent. You understand? And you have to know the technique, how to deal with the people in front of you. Because there's hundreds of people in front of you, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they all come out to party and full joy themselves. So the expectations is high.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Because it's Quaker player, Benja player, Wasfa, or Gemini Dan. They don't expect nothing less than the highest expectations. So we have to reach to that level. Sometimes the people don't even know. We could be nervous before the dance. You know, can't eat for days. Can't eat for days and stuff like that. Yeah, we go through a lot of that. Yeah, they don't know that. You understand? And then, like Quaker said, in the days, he could have his thing flowing straight from Jamaica. Things have changed now. Social media come in, where you just go on the media and you get dub played straight from Jamaica through the social media.
Again, for those who don't know,
a dub plate is where you will have some contacts in Jamaica, not born in Jamaica, you know. We're coming from the Caribbeans, but we're born in England. You understand? So you have to first get a good link. I'm talking good link that now go, you know, scam you, rip you off. You understand?
Okay.
Send you another man singing. Like me, just say, all right, then get me Luciano. Them said Luciano, but it wasn't Luciano.
So
I saw man from out. I saw karaoke singer from out of the hotel. You understand? Right? And you pay your big money for that. And you get scammed. You understand? So first you have to have your link. Like Quaker say, him having people are sending him thing that him link. The link solid, positive. If no say him link now, I'll rip him off, not like that. Can send him money and thing and money safe. So you have to establish a link. You know what I mean? And to get that link, you have to lose enough money to get to that position. You understand? Then when you establish that link and that link realize, say, if him do anything wrong, you have to cut him off. That's like it's a food line to that link. You understand? So he will keep a good friendship with you, like a brother friendship with you. Then he will go, he's the man who goes to the studio. He's the man you will say, I want a Buja Bantan. He's the man going to knock Buja door. I say, Buja, Love Express want a dub. Buja going to tell you the price. We are going to negotiate. You understand? Then that man, the link now, will take Buja to the studio. Pay Buja the money. Pay the studio man. You understand? And then send it to, you know, internet straight back to us. And then to the email. And that's how things are today. These are the sounds them that are going into dancehall clashes. You understand? First I'm going to say that because you have sounds that don't go in clashes. The party sound, Gemini Dan is a party sound. Maybe when the youth them take over, they'll start going to clashes because the youth them got that fire for it. You understand? They got that fire for it. Yeah. We're going from big man days. We like to stay in our lane. So we just like to please the old people and stay in our lane. But sometimes you have to defend your sound. Yeah, and Love Express have to defend his sound enough over the years.
So I'm gonna come to Michael. There's so many questions. So is it a case of you're only as good as your last clash? Or does your history come into it?
Well, you have your history.
Yes.
Definitely. That keeps your name going. Some man only live on their name.
So you can lose, but you don't necessarily lose your reputation.
No. You have bad days and good days. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, if you lose, it can you know, put a dampener upon your reputation. It can. Yeah? So we try not to lose, yeah? Love Express never lose a clash yet. Yeah? We got a New York, play Addis, and we're going to Jamaica next month to play with Bass Odyssey. You understand? So we're always up for it. We never run away from a clash. You understand? We don't force to go into clashes because we are Rasta and them thing there. We don't like people are gonna tell us, you know, things are phenomenal. But anyway, we don't like people cuss with mother and them thing there.
Yes.
You understand? God, that will get me upset.
Yes, yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So we try to stay away from them type of clashes.
Yes.
You understand? Like Gemini them say, we have a set of youth who we're pushing up. The youth them know it hard to work with them.
Right.
Because they don't want to lift box. Gemini don't have a good set of youth.
Yes.
They have a good set of youth, they're very helpful. But most sounds, it's hard to get the youth them.
It's a millennial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the youth them to come out and take over your role. Because you're laying on a legacy, you know.
Yes.
And they're going to come and take over that legacy.
Yes.
They don't realize what the legacy is.
Yes.
They just see, boy, too heavy, fill it up them box.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah,
It's too much work. That how you do
Yeah.
that you're good, you know that.
Not realizing that's what made you.
Yeah,
those
that's what put us where,
foundations. Yeah.
where we did. No.
Yes.
From sound, it took me to shop, to you know, studio, radio station, producing. So sound and imply enough people along the way. You understand? So it's not just a sound, you know.
Yes.
Sound is bigger than a person would think. You
All right.
understand? Look where Wassafas took it to.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring you Wassafas now.
Yes, yeah.
Look at Wassafas.
I'm going to come to you in a second because thank you again. Nice link. I appreciate it because what I'm building on here is that it's not easy. There's a hardship to this. You know, you have to take into consideration, you know, the people around you, your family, your health.
You have to be dedicated.
You have to think about making sure that when people come into the room, that they are, you know, you're lifting up their mood, you're bringing
spirit,
that energy.
yeah.
You have to make sure that you're dealing with the right people, that you're not getting ripped off. Yeah, and there's a whole business side to
Listen,
that. So
you can have a certain crowd follow you that you don't want to follow you.
yeah, all of that. All
You
of that.
understand? So you have to build your reputation.
That's right. And yes, that's right. You have to keep that reputation through the clashes for some. And it's a business. It's essentially a business. So what I wanted to know from you, Michael, is how difficult has it been to kind of learn the business side of it for Wassifa?
It's an ongoing thing and it's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy because it isn't. Every day is a different battle in many different ways, and because we wanted Wassifa to be a big entertaining sound from our youth time. From at school, we say we're going to be the best entertainers. So that's where we start from. I was playing lovers, rock, soul. We play everything, roots and culture, especially like Benji said, we come up through Ethiopian World Federation. So we was a sound for that base that His Imperial Majesty give where some land in Shashaman in Ethiopia for people that in the West can go and reside and stay. So we come through that legacy.
Yeah.
And we looked at Marcus Garvey, you know, look at Black Empowerment, we look at Malcolm X, look at all the greats from back in the day.
Yeah.
So we, taking on that knowledge, when we left school, we did say, all right then, to become a best sound, we need to just be more than a sound. So we looked at education, so we start push education. So when I left school, worked in Groveland Record Shop for about 5 years, but at the same time, we was playing out in a lot of blues and a lot of nurses, and that was coming to our session when we was playing Lovers and Soul. So that inspired me, plus my sister was a district nurse, and my other young sister went through the school system to university and said, we need to be more than what we are. So I went back and done an access course. Then I went to university for 3 years when we was playing at all the big dances in the 90s and stuff. We set up, helped set up Choice FM in 1995. We used our music library to set up Choice Birmingham.
So again, for those who don't know about Choice
FM, a radio station that got the license for our community. So the parent company was in London. So we used our music library to deliver that and help them organize. We got all the DJs. Franklin Hughes, who was the director in Birmingham. And fast forward, we also done the TV program, which used the host, the presenter, and we had 2 shows, and we helped create that Birmingham, now it's Birmingham Live, TV station.
Yes.
And we helped develop that for the community at large. So Wassifa registered ourselves as a CIC to be able to do that. Plus, we did start to write the courses for OCN, radio, media, and photography courses for Southern City College. So we took it on that business level. Then we started using the college format around our zone. So even though you see me as the front person for Wassifa, there's a whole heap of team, the health and safety officer at Southern City College, Audrey, who looks after the 9 premises. She structure every single thing Wasifa does.
Yeah.
We got Audrey Parks, who is the leader for Black Story Partnership. So we look at all Black stories. So the council has to put on things like Black History Month, and we developed that for the last 7 years.
And as you say that, sorry, where are we? I think it's worth explaining where we are and why we're here in this room.
This is we're working in partnership within this environment with the National Trust, Birmingham Back-to-Backs, which enable us to put in a front room that represents my mom and dad's front room, and a back room that represents the room they gave us as youths to cut with cloth.
Yes.
As in not swearing cloth.
My mind
Material.
didn't even go
Just to
there.
make sure
All
everybody
right,
not to
all
come in and swear.
Okay.
So we just want to make sure everybody catch it. Because sometimes when you
got
put
it.
across, I can't talk English, I have to go back into my natural flow.
Yes.
I'm not going to say Creole, I'm not going to say Patois, I'm just going to say with natural flow.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes. Okay.
But who out there, so by the way.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. All right. So at the moment, I'm on this theme of like struggle and how you deal with that. And what I hear that the business aspect, there were different voices around. There was education.
Yeah.
There was a vision for Wasifa, and which is the reason why you can do all this stuff.
Yes.
Now, so I'm coming over to you now, Talib, because I can never do an interview like this and not bring in the aspects of women, because obviously we're sitting here and we're the minority. So I'm going to read something to you, because you recently said on Facebook that so you were talking about the Netflix documentary Rocket Sound System Dynasty, and you said, these are the levels, guys. We talk daily about documenting sound system culture. So here it is. Well done to V Rocket for being awarded a slot on Amazon Prime Movies. Okay, so I wonder. So Lady V, obviously, is a woman. She's doing really, really well. Has done really well. Got a really great legacy. Continues to do so. So I wonder, when you wrote that statement, was that generally about where was it coming from? Was it generally about sound system culture, you know, getting onto Netflix, or was there an aspect also about a woman doing it?
Not necessarily about being a woman. I've had many debates about being a female and being so vocal in this business, because I guess historically sound system culture has been seen to be quite misogynistic in ways. I'm not saying that these guys are, but the culture in general, women were kind of, even for myself, I always wanted to be what you would call, you know, a sound or somebody who I wanted to say, but my dad was like, listen, school, books. I wasn't allowed.
Pull up your mic a bit.
Sorry, I wasn't allowed. Whereas it seems that the sons of the sound men are allowed to play music. So that was a bit of a heartbreaking moment for me. But the reason why I mention levels is because, just like Michael said, it's no longer a hobby, and shouldn't just be a hobby unless that's what you want to do. But we need to move forward now, because the world is watching. You know, more people are getting involved in sound system culture, and we just can't keep it in the back room. You know, we can't just keep it in the cellar. Now it's time to show everybody what you've done. And I was so proud when I saw the documentary. I went to the opening to see where we are now, man. It almost teared me up, because listening to the struggle that everybody has gone through to allow people like me now to have such a loud voice in this. I love it. And I think levels, like Michael said, we need to do more now. It can't just be about the entertainment. It needs to be about the education now, showing people what this is about. Not just playing music, but let others see and know what it is that we brought here from Jamaica.
I hear you, absolutely. And we're going to come to that in terms of where the system goes, because it's so much bigger than Jamaica, so much bigger than Black British community. It's much bigger than that. But I'm gonna kind of push this point on the women's side of things, and I'm asking the men this question now. Do you feel, and this is for anybody who wants to take this, do you feel as though the future could look any different, or for women who want to come up in it? So say if you want to be that MC, the DJ, or whatever, you want to be the selector, do you think realistically that women can ever make it through, or is this like a light distance away type thing?
Women definitely can make it through. Yes.
We'll take Belly and then Quaker.
Yeah, women definitely can make it through. Right now, women in a dance hall, they're really out there. And them love the music and they love the energy. And believe me, I'm not going to no dance with beer manis. Me not going to dance with
Yeah, but we've always known that having lots of women in a dance is going to attract the men. But I'm talking about people who have got the position, who are in the position to change the music, to influence.
Yes, let me tell you something. If there's any woman selector out there and you like want to learn and you want to go through, Gemini dance still would give you a chance and help. That's one thing.
But do you think they're going to get the same respect from the men?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely 100.
Okay. Come in, Quaker.
I support that, because back in this late 70s, I was recruiting some girls around to play my set. But one of them did get a little bit of problem. It get pregnant and change the other one mind, because the two of them was to work together. Okay. And I know it will go down because I don't say that the man can select, but women can select.
Yeah, man.
More neater, in a deeper depth than a man.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. It's like they can read up the woman mind quicker than how the man would read. They can know what the woman needs, more than the man. The man is struggle. Which if all right, if you have a audience of 50 women and 50, and if you notice, when the man come on the play, mostly man need the dance. Couple of women will stop.
Yeah.
And when time the woman start playing, now you see every women they dance.
Yeah.
They have got a touch there, which the men don't have it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
See, so I would love to. I always say I would love to see more women inside.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, if I have two women who decide to come and play, so now that's it. Come quick.
So then that's a message, isn't it? So, because it's almost like the whole argument about getting more black people into business type thing, that we know what we attract more of us, role models and all of that. So it's the same type of thing. Women, if there are more women, it will attract more women into either being in those positions to be part of the sound system or to come into the dance.
Yeah.
Yes, please do.
I just wanted to say as well, though, that as a woman, you still need to be damn good. Because let's not just say that because we want women to play music that it's a free for all. This is a competitive culture.
That's right.
So you best be good.
That's right.
Because we wouldn't give a pass. And let's be honest, you wouldn't give a pass to a mediocre male selector. So I just wanted to say that although women must be in the culture, you must be of the culture.
Yes.
And
You see why I
understand
like
the trend
Taliba now.
and
You
learn
see? Me tell
from-
you straight.
Yes.
You have to learn from these guys.
Yes.
And you have to learn from the people that came before you.
Absolutely.
I'm not even a sound man, and it's taken me years for certain elders in the community to give me a pass.
Yes.
And I don't even play music. So
man,
you must know.
So you have to have that respect.
You must still be
man.
good at what you do.
Right.
The quality must.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I will second that. Yeah, because even back in the 80s, we had a sister Dan who was one of our DJs, and she came from Wolverhampton, used to partner with Maccabee, and he was one of the UK's worldwide MCs. And Sister Dan was on our sound from in the 80s. Fast forward, we got Rankin Bev, who is a pioneer. She came up through the schoolroom. She was following Wasipa from in the 80s, up and down the country with Sandra B, Destiny, all of them.
I used to listen to them on the radio.
And them was on PCRL back in the day and other stations. So even Destiny, the first time she we go to her mom's house and talk to her mom. And we used to give her the Studio One music them, and that's what she did used to work on the radio station with. Sandra B and Bev, as I said, from in the 80s and following us. So fast forward, we take on Bev just before COVID, 2018, 2019. And she's one of our leading DJs broadcasting. We put on a legal radio station, Big City. and stuff like that. So these are things that we've set up to enable females to come through, because it isn't easy. But trust me when I say there's about 30 women controlling the back room for Wasifa, you know. So as you know, like yourself is one of them. In education, them exists. We got Paulette, who is leading a lot of culture. If you look on the Facebook Black Story Partnership, he leads that. So Paulette is one of our instigators with things we do. Nothing Wasifa ever do. My mom run the sound, you know. If you understand, run the sound. No discussion when V-Rocket Valerie come in the 80s and she put on the first dance with Maxi Priest in Nottingham all-nighter. She come and have the discussion with my mom in the room, me and Jamai and my brother Jawe. And she first bring us to Nottingham with Maxi Priest's first live show. You understand? Before, and that was when him was playing with Caution Band, and people only know Barry Boom now as a singer and was a drummer with Maxi Priest first. You know what I mean? So there's history around it. So women has always been there, but it hasn't been easy for them. But when them good, you know, them good. Them outclass the man them. Trust me, them outclass the man them. And I'm going to say something when enough people, enough man going to be vexed. Man have too much ego.
For real.
Them have too much ego. And if they're not going into a dance to say them just going to play comfortable and entertaining. So man, if a man play a dub and then them want to take it personal. But women, them don't take things personal that way. Them just get on to the task, what you book them for. Man change up everything. Them playing at a party and it's a lovers rap, them start playing some off-key dub. We're talking straight. You like?
You're right. You know, I noticed that a lot of times. Yeah, they don't. But you see, the truth about it is this. A lot of men don't school themselves in them playing. Right? In my days, I have to have one evening every week. To me, if you run through 20 preamp. I don't care how often you play, there is certain tune you playing and you cannot catch a level of it. So you have to know that whenever you go on the turntable and you touch the preamplifier, you come in with the rightness.
Serious.
And you have to once you're a DJ, you must have a practice every week, once a week.
Yeah. I'm just going to thank you. I'm going to bring it back to Commissioner Energy.
Yeah. The question was if the audience would accept women DJs, yeah? Well, all I'm saying is that if they come to the right schooling, because like I told you earlier, when we play out, our expectations, the people expect is high. So you can't bring, like Taliba said, you can't bring a woman to come play with Gemini Dawn, Love Express, Wasifa, and then she's not playing, she's playing off key. You understand?
Yeah.
So if she come to the right ranks, like you said, they followed Wasifa for so many years, enough women, enough good sound, enough big sound, is the women in the yard listen to their music when, like you say, take one day out, you mean the yard to play music. What do you think I listen to him?
Yeah.
A woman ain't picking them sit down there. You see quick see the woman at top her foot.
Yeah.
She even knows that tune is a good tune. You understand? When you sing that tune in the next day, you know, say, boy, that's a number, that's a top 10 in it. Yeah, come you to sing out that tune there. So it's just about the schooling. You know, if them come to the right schooling, you know, and them learn the trade good and them get themselves on a radio station. Because you see, selecting and playing sound, if you put it down for 6 months, you get a bit rusty, you know.
Yeah, man, you get hard when
you put it down for a year, you know. You come against we, you know, it's like, yo, alas, you know, gotta put it down for a while. And it take you a while to build back that courage and that momentum. You understand? So if they come into the right schooling, you understand, and go up on the radio and they build their fans and they build their thing. By the time they come up there, you understand, the number one selector like us. You know, you understand what I'm saying? It's like a trade you go learn. It's like a job.
I mean, I hear all of that, and I'm glad you kind of brought up the idea of when you take a break, it's time for you to come back. And so we've just come out of a massive pandemic.
Definitely.
And I just wonder, because we're talking about the challenges. We've come from the history, we're in the challenges now. We're going to go to the future. But I just wonder how, and again, this is where anybody wants to take this up.
Well, you see the pandemic, we had a lot of social media. I even played on there with a song from New York. on the social media. A son named Earth Ruler, yeah, which is a big, big, big sound in New York. You understand? And if it wasn't for if it wasn't for the COVID, I wouldn't have got that opportunity to play with Earth Ruler. So I give thanks for that. You understand? Even though the COVID is not a good thing, you understand? But we still kept the thing. Yeah, we still, you see the people that couldn't go nowhere. Yes. We still entertain them in the yard. We even got better entertainment than even dance. You understand? Because we entertained them enough time and went on social media. There was enough platforms on the social media. Yeah, people would tell you because you talk about them enough. You understand? Enough good sound, enough bad sound. We get to see songs we never even heard of. From all over the world.
So it was a chance to create opportunities. It was a chance to be creative. As opposed to, I can't go out to dance, I can't do nothing. People will still just maneuvered.
Definitely. Like how we do. We have a thing called Pod Sunday. Pod Sunday. Through the pandemic, we make sure we please the people them. The people them wanted Pod Sunday. When we did stop, the people's kicking up nice with us. Said, don't stop because this is all we got. Yes. And it's not only the young people, it was the old people too. Old people I look forward because the DJs them what we have on there, we brought Wasifa on there, Commissioner Benji. You get me? We soon bring on Quaker. You understand? And we have all age groups. And the people them just love it. You understand? They just look forward to Fud Sunday on a Sunday from 7 till 9. And
so this is online. You can
online.
Listen to,
every Sunday.
Yes.
Every Sunday, and we've done that through the pandemic.
Right.
For 2 years straight, 18 months, all the way through.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is what I was going to come to that, because obviously the pandemic not only brought the difficulty of not being able to play, but of course, obviously, a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so I was going to ask, because I was looking through your Facebook page today, and I could see Fud Sundays. And so that's where it came. It came as a way to kind of keep his name alive.
Keep his name alive. Keep him going. And keep us going too.
Yes, of course.
And keep us going
too. Yeah. I mean, also we had Billy Corporal also.
I'm a brethren too. Me and him.
So I just wonder, like, how else are people, like people from the past, people are no longer here, unfortunately. How else, and how important is it? How else is that happening?
Believe me. 2 weeks ago, there's the daddy's anniversary down the Legacy, and it was nice. It was nice, and we're gonna keep doing it because Father Zuki tell me straight, the belly, we're gonna keep doing this. This is a.
So again, for those who don't know, just explain what that was, please.
It was his anniversary, 1 year anniversary, and rest in peace, Corporal. Enough love and respect, and to the family too. And they had a big thing down the Legacy, and it's gonna be an ongoing thing. So we're gonna still be there with you, Corporal, Fud, Blacker, Father Blacker. You get me? All heap, if I don't call your name, say. You haven't have my heart said way. All heap of good people pass away, and we still have to keep them going.
Yes.
Yeah. You understand? And keep their family, show their family that, listen, we still have them in our heart, and we still a big them up said way.
Yes. Yeah, come in, yes.
I just wanted to add, I really love what you said, and I wanted to add to that. In the collective over the years, I've lost so many members. You would not believe. Rest in peace, Roger Bain, Kemet Phonics, Rowan Forrester, who died recently, COVID, he was fine, and then, passed away, Reggae Matters from Luton. I've lost members, and the way that their voices and their opinions have now been immortalized in what I've done, you don't even know how much that means to me.
Yes.
Because these people and what they thought, what they were talking about, and the sounds they played, that's left there forever.
Yes.
As long as Zuckerberg doesn't remove me, you can always go back and see where they've played, who they spoke to, the conversations, and it's sad because it's going to continue. God spare my life, maybe more people as we go on. Like Fud and Corporal Billy. But I just wanted to mention that because I think that's the most important part for me when I think about all of this, is that we are not here forever.
No.
And maybe the culture may not be if we don't continue the conversation. So I just wanted to add that.
Absolutely. And that's where I want to move this to, because we got to come to a close soon. So, there is a whole, we're having this conversation. Many people are learning. I'm learning a lot that I didn't know before, and I'm sure many other people are learning so much more about the British sound system culture. But there's competition, there's different types of music, there's a whole British culture that many young Jamaicans are growing up in now. And so I wonder what you think the future of again the sound system culture is for some of those young people.
The culture can always be growing. From mine and Wasipa standpoint, because I got my son and my nephew One Ras, who plays Immortal with Tyrone. One Ras like the little roughness, you know what I mean. Then I got my son JB, who runs Wasipa Youth Project and Wasipa Youth Sound, and him like this him come up through the R&B and that kind of roots. And he used to co-present with me on Choice from he was 15. And how we got him into it is saying, we don't want to go back to not disrespecting pirate stations. We never want him to go back to that level. We wanted him to start from a licensed broadcasting system. And that's what he's done. So the culture is always going to be there because they've got different styles of music. It's like before, I come up in reggae, right? But before that, ska, blue beat, mentor, all them songs. So when it changes, people have something to say about what was there previously.
Right. Okay.
Then you have dancehall, and then you have bashment, and you have this daggering business that people are going to. And when I even bother going to that, the new thing when they flick round people.
Children are watching.
I think them wrestling and all that. I know, that's why I kind of neatening it up, you know what I mean, and trying to put it across as pleasant as I can. But there's always going to be some issue. But as reggae music, when it come through with a lot of culture, it wasn't just about partying, identity, morals, upliftment for our community worldwide. That's where all the freedom fighting took place, And yes, everybody recognized Bob Marley. There's many, Burning Spear, you have Gladiators, you have Israel Vibration, a lot of the great pioneers that sung roots and culture. Then you have some solo singers like Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaac, Alton Ellis, that came up as, Freddie McGregor, all these people. And it come down to Luciano. And then if I just backtrack with DJs, or rappers, or what you want to call them, you have to remember, say, Tapazuki come before, Sizzler, Capleton, Dillinger, Big Youth, Jawosh, Stitch, all these people is pioneers, all these people come. And then the music from the 70s got to America and them turn it into hip-hop. The ones that Busta, Missy Elliott, all them Jamaican descendants and all that, push the music through. Then if I even flick to the UK, Mick Jagger and all them, they have stood at Jamaica, So a lot of police thing, when call reggae, you have UB40. So no matter where it go, things belong to Jamaica.
Yes.
Just give them the right and they talk the truth, because the Europeans and worldwide has been robbed of the culture for themselves. People know about it. But what we have to do is start to create and own our things from Jamaica.
Right.
And also the black UK people.
Yes.
We have to own what we own. Don't just create and move on,
Yes.
Captivate the thing properly and endorse it amongst ourselves and go forward. Breaker.
Yes, I agree with you there. Because what is happening is that enough of the youth them now want to communicate with the older heads like me to learn, because I've got a lot in my head, can tell them. Even to creating a sound system. Because the sound system pattern hasn't changed in the last 20 years. It's the same. And I know there's way you can change and a lot more attraction to it. Right? Because just go back a little bit from the first when talking, right? When the sound system will come out and in England here first, nobody never lifting no standard. And not because I'm sitting here, I'm telling you the truth. Quaker City lift this standard of sound system, make everybody else patronize and pick up a little of it. So there's lots more in my head can go to add to it to lift it at a higher
Yes.
level. See? But when you do these things and you try to all your brothers, they want to go down the white man. Like if I said, take it to a black man and make him feel your preamp.
Because they deem quality.
They feel it's a quality, but there's just a brainwash thing going on in them, you see. You know, they don't want to hear it that way. You see? So I was saying to them that please learn off of the whole ahead. Because I did want to bring up man come here this much older than me learn from. And it's a pleasure just to sit down and listen. See? So if they decide to learn of us, we can contribute more things towards it to lift it. Yes.
Because earlier on we were speaking whole entrepreneur journey, and I was inspired. We weren't even talking sound system.
No.
We were talking your fridge, your record shop, everything. Like I didn't know. Obviously, I mean I don't know. I just met you, but I was inspired. But it's about part of it. Surely has to be about sitting down and having these conversations between the generations.
Yeah. That's it. That's the best way to do it, and it'll take on from there and go much higher. You see, because some of the argument they hear, I call it Christopher Columbus argument, as the song "Damn Blasted." Yeah? Good, and I don't have no time to listen to that. If I haven't seen it or do it, I don't talk about it. That's me. So learn of us. Anywhere on a man see me on the street, ask me any question. So long as you respect me, ask me properly. Me go and tell you how to do it.
Wealth of resource. That's you to be.
Yeah, like I said, all of we have history. All of we have history. The culture, reggae music is just evolving, Right now, roots and culture we'll always be playing that. But the youth them are moving to dubstep now, where they're playing roots and culture on a faster rhythm track. That's all it is, on a faster rhythm track. Yeah?
It's just evolving.
Yeah, it's just evolving. Bashment, they don't even say bashment is reggae again. They say it's bashment. It's not reggae. Daddy, I'm not reggae. I'm bashment.
A bashment.
You understand? But the culture will always be there. You understand? The culture is what brings us to where we are. The culture, the way I look at life, sis, is that the way the reggae music has evolved, it's reached a place where our youths, them, will break down prejudice, will break down racism. So when you see our youths, them walking now, they're walking with white, Indian, black. It's not just black alone walking, scared to walk because there's so much racism going on. You understand? It's open up now. So every culture is coming together as one now. You understand? Every culture is accepting reggae music now. Every culture except bashment, dubstep. You understand? So it's just evolving, but the culture will never change because the truth is the truth at the end of the day.
But again, it goes back to what you're saying, Michael. It's about making sure that we own that culture.
Yeah, and we have to own everything that we create.
Definitely.
Yes.
Everything what we create, you know, we have to patent it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Register it.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah, I hear you.
And one thing with the music now, the youth them are learn our music, them's learning our music, our revives, how we play. The youth them are learn that.
Yes.
And that's what I love. You understand? So I have a big up my youth them.
Yeah, man, certain
I tell you,
music.
I have some good youths around there who study,
Yes.
who would look on Commissioner Benji and say, why, I'm going to take that tune there, you know that. Maybe I'm going to play that tune, I'm going to take that one there from him. That's how my youth them stop.
Yes.
And I have to big them up. Yo, YGD family, big up. I'm going to big up my operator, Biggs, and all the rest of the big man, them. Enough love and respect. And, you know, this is nice.
Unfortunately, I have to bring this to a close, but I would just like to hear from each and every one of you just one more time. If you could, in one sentence, tell me what does the future hold?
Bright.
Whole sentence
Bright.
itself is bright.
Bright.
Yes.
Can't done.
Okay. Can't done. Love it.
We're moving forward. Young YGD, they're making me feel young again.
Thank you. Sentence.
Still jumping. I just want to jump higher and higher every day.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, the future's bright and interesting.
Uplifting, progression, the Almighty guiding us through. We can't feel.
For me, I would say hard work. A lot more work needs to be done.
I hear you.
True.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for the culture. Thank you for educating me, for educating all the people that are watching, all the people that are in the room. Thank you for your energy. Thank you so much for the inspiration. It's been a blessing, and it truly is an honor to sit here and to listen to all your stories. So thank you on behalf of everybody that's watching, everybody that's been a part, who's been inspired by all of you. Thank you so much. And I guess that brings us to the end. Just to say thank you all for watching and good nights.
Good night. God bless.
Marcus Garvey words come to pass. Marcus Garvey words come to pass. Can't get no food to eat. Can't get no money to spend.